Welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel, everyone. This is Rich, making another video on XRP today as usual. I therefore hope that everyone is enjoying their day today. We're going to talk about XRP, no matter where you are in the world. And Mac Attack XRP gave me this to start with. According to the pundit, XRP's marketing engine is Bitcoin Maxis, from derision to popular acceptance. He is arguing that XRP will become more widely accepted the more people who are interested in it. More people are discussing it. Additionally, they have been claiming for a long time that the most of what they say about XRP is now just noise. The price of Bitcoin is the one thing they always bring up. They claim that holders of XRP will always remain impoverished. I believe that XRP will mint a lot of millionaires during this cycle, so wait till after it is over. Some millionaires will emerge from this run as well. Beyond that, however, the more they sulk on XRP, the more people discuss it. Additionally, newer investors are joining this market. They are also beginning to conduct their own study. They are also beginning to inquire. And since the most of the FUD has been refuted numerous times and all they have is pricing, all of it can be disproved. They only ever point at that. However, XRP will soon overtake all other options. This appears to be exclusive to Bitcoin and comes from Fidelity Digital Assets. Bitcoin distinguishes out as a decentralized, safe, and long-lasting digital asset, even though altcoins can provide creativity and diversity. Additionally, they list every argument why Bitcoin will always be superior than other cryptocurrencies, but everything has a shelf life when it comes to invention. You know, take a look at what happened to the satellite and cable providers when streaming became popular. Take a look at Blockbuster's previous experiences. Since technological advancements are not slowing down, it's progressing and going ahead. Additionally, Bitcoin will always be a thing of the past. Furthermore, I don't think it's a good store of value. Not when it crashes whenever something occurs in the real world. I don't think that's a good store. And then there are those who deny that the flippening will ever occur. Listen to this out. The flippening is referred to as the F word. My argument is that I will not use the F word since I no longer enjoy doing so. However, if you were to make that argument, you would probably bring up these points in support of my claim that Ether should be ranked first. The Bitcoin security budget runs out, for example. When quantum computing arrives, Bitcoin becomes dangerous. As a result, it goes without saying that eSwitch will rank first due to its long-term investments. Would that simply be this peculiar motion that is utterly unanticipated, or would it ever appear in your charts? That wouldn't be a particularly predictable approach in my opinion. So if that were to ever happen, which I don't think, honestly, I don't think it would. However, I would most likely be on the losing end of it if it ever happened. I would probably be on the sidelines stating over and again that it won't happen until I have to deal with the F word. You mean the flipping? Yes, I doubt that I would ever predict that will occur. Well, I don't believe it will occur. I am aware of all the dangers associated with quantum computing, And I recall hearing about that back in 2017, and it's one of those things where there's a persistent worry. An upcoming boogie guy is coming. Imagine if someone warned you about quantum computing in 2017. And then imagine if you had just avoided the cryptocurrency markets for the previous 8 years. That wouldn't be entirely true. Yes, even though it might occur in the future, there are some things you simply cannot worry about. Additionally, you will never invest if you spend all of your time worrying about it. Correct, as if you're never going to invest. This demonstrates their fear of quantum computing. Additionally, they don't think Ethereum will ever overtake Bitcoin. However, XRP is the one item they are lacking. Remember that on January 4, 2018, the overall market capitalization of XRP overtook that of Bitcoin, COB advisors. They took care to suppress it artificially. The vast majority of cryptocurrency investors are unaware that this is an actual event that took place. The price of XRP appeared to decline as a result of CoinMarketCap's decision to remove Korean values from the advertised price, which probably led to some panic selling. And they did just that. The Korean market was excluded. If the market capitalization of Bitcoin is flipped by XRP, I don't think they'll be able to achieve this again, because institutional funds will now be available to you. When that occurs, all of the ETFs will be active, and this coin is going to see a huge influx of capital. But in order to maintain the excitement surrounding Bitcoin at the time, they had to do that. They're going to fail this time. The worry is genuine too. The Bitcoin maxis are aware that this is already possible. According to S. Saylor, Foxbus is a long-term asset. You waited years. Listen to it. Your long-term advantage, you've known for 21 years. It has been more than a year. Thus they want the US government to accomplish this and hold it for 21 years. They hope that after the government purchases all of this Bitcoin and holds it for 20 years, half of the debt will be paid off. The debt will eventually be tokenized. They are currently working on it. No one will keep Bitcoin for 21 years. It simply won't take place. The originals are already being sold off. Bitcoin's original owners are already leaving. Holding something useless is not something anyone wants to do. You could at least observe XRP's integration into a new financial system while you own it. In real time, you could observe how money is transferred around the globe. You will be able to generate passive revenue by lending out your XRP. It will be possible for you to borrow against your XRP. It will be possible for you to stake it and increase your XRP earnings. In addition, you will be using XRP for your purchases. So why in the world would somebody want to keep something for 21 years? I don't understand. I thought this was a fantastic post, and it comes from 24-hour crypto. Once more, Bitcoin maxes are frothing at the mouth. It must be that time of year. How they are unable to recognize this is absurd. There is no better way to put this. At $115K, $1,000 invested in Bitcoin today would yield $500,000, or $4,347. That $1,000 will be equivalent to $8,695, even if you have $1 million in Bitcoin. A Bitcoin worth $3 million would earn you $26,000. A $100 investment in XRP today, at $3.05, yields $32,787. If you invest $1,000. With $200 XRP, you get $65,574. One is a hot potato government scam. The other is actual liquidity for a future worth $100 trillion. Make an informed decision. Additionally, that's how I view it. XRP offers a higher return on investment. And for that reason, the money is already moving. In this field, people desire to generate money. And this is the current situation as it actually is. Keep track of inflows. Weekly inflows of $31.3 million were sought by XRP, surpassing those of Bitcoin. The demand is genuine, and institutional funds are coming in quickly. And that demand will only increase. It will not slow down. The major institutions are still a long way off. They remain on the sidelines, waiting. The regulations are still pending. The cryptocurrency industry is still viewed by many as the Wild West. Before they put in their money, they want rules to be established. According to the Ripple report, large banks made 345 blockchain investments totaling over $100 million. Additionally, they are discussing the years 2020-2024. Recall that this was taking place at the time. The crypto crackdown was ongoing. All of the collisions occurred in 2022, and people were focusing on that. The largest banks in the world were making investments in this area in the background. The construction of a new financial system is underway while you are preoccupied. The new system is being installed while you're preoccupied. The groundwork for a whole new financial system is being laid. Due to your investment in XRP, you are also invested in it. People won't notice XRP until everything has changed, and it has already happened. In the future, new investors will enter this market and purchase shares in XRP, for this is what actually took place in the background. And the news from the major media doesn't mention that. All day long they simply perpetuate the Bitcoin myth. For this reason they avoid discussing XRP. They urge you to put your money into their Ponzi scam, and nothing else. The disturbance is already taking place. Rachel Reeves must create a crypto framework or risk losing relevance in the digital asset revolution, according to former UK Chancellor George Osborne, who warns that Britain is falling behind in the field of cryptocurrency. Now, as I've been saying,